Happy Fragrant Friday, Fraghead. Hey everybody, this is Ben here at thatcologneguy coming at you with a new review. Before I dive in on this week's review, let me quickly say Merry Christmas to you. This is the last episode before Christmas, not before the New Year though, but nonetheless, let me say happy holidays to all, and thank you very much for watching the episode. And again, I wish you a very Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. So you've seen the title and the description, so you know this is none other than Gentleman, M-A-N, and I will tell you why I'm always spelling that out in just a little bit, by a house that I love, Givenchy. It's a wonderful house, a designer house, but actually one that I really, really appreciate. And so let me just quickly say, I love the house, Givenchy. I love Gentlemen, M-E-N only. I love, love, love that one. And I also love the work by one of the parfumers at least, and that is Nathalie Lorson. In fact, she's my second all-time favorite parfumer. So everything speaks to me loving this fragrance, right? Stay tuned and find out. This is another fragrance sent in by the man, not the myth, Dr. Goo over at Locked Scents. And I will make sure I put his channel over in the description box. Make sure you go over and check out his channel. I think he's active again, but one never knows. It's kind of a mystery, so it's kind of fun. He sent in a whole bunch. This is another one that he sent in. So let me go over the notes, but again, I wanted to give a kind of a background to this one. This is a 2017 release. It's a woody aromatic, and it is a reinterpretation. That's the house saying that of the 1974 classic Gentleman. Now, I'm also going to add quickly that since 2017, they have put out another one, 2024, called Gentleman, M-A-N, so gentleman, not the plural, but singular, original. So it's called Gentleman Original, and it was a 2024 release. So I want to be very clear, I am reviewing the 2017 reinterpretation of the original. Why am I, talking about M-A-N and M-E-N? It's kind of confusing, actually, because there's gentlemen and then there's gentlemen, M-E-N. And so I get tripped up a little bit and with the house in this regard, because it's a little confusing. So I wanted to unconfuse you. So here are the notes, and again, this is a woody aromatic, and you're looking essentially at, in the top, pear and pineapple, and I would say for me it's probably more on the pear side, and then in the mid, to me, I would call this an iris forward fragrance. I have no problem. I'm not a huge fan of iris on men's fragrances, but I have no problem. I have many fragrances that have iris in it, but this, I want to be clear, this one is in the mid, and it is, in my estimation, an iris forward. I wouldn't say dominant, but I would say forward fragrance. In the base, you've got leather and patchouli, and so I put some descriptions here for you and some adjectives, and I would say one thing that jumps out is this is a very, for good or for bad, this one is a very safe fragrance. If I had to call this anything, I would call it a safe release. It is fresh. It is sweet. It's fruity. It certainly has iris. It is powdery. It is a sweet leather floral fragrance that has just, and I mean, bear with me, okay? I just mean the smallest, the tiniest element, but it is there of, you guessed it, we're back to cat piss. It does have kind of an animalic cat piss, urine smell to it. That's just how I see it. I'm not saying it's dominant. I'm just saying throughout the whole time I was sampling it, I just kept saying to myself, this is a very sweet floral, and it does have just a little element. I'm assuming it's the leather and the patchouli mixing maybe with the pear. I don't know. But it has a very, very small element to that. It's not one of those 70s and 80s, like 70s, carpet, cat piss smells, but it is there. This is a very refined fragrance. This is a very soft fragrance. This is a good one for someone who doesn't like to clear out a room. Now, so what do I think about it? In my estimation, this isn't a pass for me, but it's just not very memorable. Yeah, you're booing. You're upset. I love the house, and I love Nathalie Lorson. It pains for me to say this. This is not bad, but that's not what you want to hear when you're asking somebody to shell out 60, 70, 80 bucks for a bottle. It is good. It is a gift-giving, safe fragrance for a lot of mature men. But the more the review goes on, you can kind of get a feel that I'm painting myself into a corner here on the target audience. It's a smaller group. Essentially, it's for older guys whom you want to give a gift. That's kind of what we're looking at, actually. So one element that I have a problem with is when I think of gentlemen, I guess I would like something a little bit more masculine. I don't mean chopping down a tree, hairy chest, rugged, full on, uber masculine. I get that it's a refined office kind of British gentleman. No problem with that whatsoever. But if you want to do that, go gentleman only. Go the MEN, the plural, gentleman only, which was either 2011 or 2013 release by the same house, Givenchy. It's the gray bottle. That one is just simply outstanding. And so when it comes to the name, you're going to hit me with a lot of iris. You're going to hit me with a lot of, and I mentioned the cat piss. It could be the leather mixing with the iris now that I think about it. But you're going to hit me with a powdery fragrance. I'm just not buying the name itself as it matches up with the notes. I'm also not really buying the reinterpretation of the 1974 classic. I'm not sure how this is a modern interpretation other than it has like iris and pineapple that are just really, really, really popular notes, thanks in part to Creed Aventus in the last, 10 years. So I get that, but this just kind of screams cash cow to me. It just screams, Lorson and the other parfumé, Olivier, Cresp. Maybe they were on contract and had one more release to do to get out of the contract. It doesn't conjure up an artistic inspiration for me. I'm sorry. I like it. Don't think I don't like it. I don't love it, and I don't see it as an artistic release. I see this as kind of a cash cow. Pains me to say that because I love Givenchy. But when I wore it the whole week, it was just kind of one of those, okay, I'll put on fragrance. Yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't get any compliments. Don't know. The pear patchouli combination is kind of quirky for me. Throw in some iris. The two parfumés called this, in their words, they wanted to mix power and sweetness, and I'm not sure where the power is. The other complaint I have, I seem to be kind of grumpy, but I'm really not. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong on this stuff, but it says it's a woody aromatic. But have you noticed anything? Pear, pineapple, iris, leather, and patchouli. I'm still not. There's no wood listed. And I looked on Givenchy, I looked on Fragrantica. There is no wood listed, yet it's a woody aromatic. That's quirky to me. So the name doesn't really fit. The category might be wrong on Fragrantica either way. It's certainly aromatic, but I don't know why it's woody aromatic. But you guys can help me. Maybe there's just something. I think black vanilla was another note, but that's not wood. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. You can help me. So those are the notes. It's just a very floral, fruity, sweet, soft, powdery, mature fragrance. It's a gift-giving fragrance. I don't see this as a signature scent for too many people. I really don't. And if it's just one of those great gifts to give Grandpa, an older gentleman, I'm sorry, but it is. when I'm going to leave it at that. I do like it. And the other word would be, a couple other words I noted would be soapy and breezy. So it is. It's very, very nice. It's just, in fact, if anything, you could make an argument it's kind of original because it's not really out of shower. It's not a barbershop. It's not, rugged. It is slightly unique in that sense. But yeah, it just doesn't meet its goal. It doesn't achieve its goal, in my estimation. Okay, so let's get to longevity and projection and sillage. This is an EDT, I think. I couldn't find it, but I'm 99% sure that it's an EDT. And it is good, not excellent. Kind of does what you would expect out of an EDT, but keep in mind, so I'll give you the longevity. It's 4 to 6 hours. Closer to 6, but I would say this is one of those subtle ones from practically beginning to end. So even if it's 4 to 6, this would be great actually if you wanted to give it as a gift for somebody who doesn't like, for example, really, really explosive fragrances to clear out a room. I have a friend of mine who really, really enjoys and prefers the very subtle fragrances from minute 1 all the way through. Well, this would be one that I would recommend him. And yes, he is mature and he is a gentleman. So this might be perfect for him. I like the more, the ones that project a lot, last a long time, really kind of in-your-face fragrances. So my scent of the day actually is Insurrection 2, Wild 2, recommendations sent in by Jerry over at Lux Gentlemen's Society, and I just really, really appreciate the longevity, projection, sillage of that one. So when I compare that to something like this, it's just very subtle and soft. Not a bad thing necessarily, just not my thing in particular. Okay, so now when it comes to longevity, so longevity was 4 to 6. Projection is, if I'm going to do 1 meter, 3 feet from the body, I'll go ahead and say the same. I will go ahead and say 4 to 6 hours. It will project relatively well. And then after about the 5 or 6 hour mark, it settles down close to the skin. So it would be nice for a romantic night out, and then later, close encounters. So, and then sillage is quite good, but no more than that. It's just good. It's an EDT, functions as such. Walking past people, your scent trail, your scent cloud is going to be 2 to 3, 4 hours unless you really, really spray this sucker on. It's not going to get picked up by too many people, I'm afraid to say. Seasons would be, this is an oddball because this one is actually kind of a fall, spring, really, because I don't know that it's going to do incredibly well in the summer. I'm afraid because it is so soft. I think any sun at all being outside is going to wash this one right off your skin. And I think it's a little too bright and refreshing and uplifting for the winter. So this one is an interesting combination because I would call this a fall spring, and I would definitely say that this is a daytime scent. This is another one that falls definitely into the category of like office-friendly, safe scent. I can't see too many people full-on disliking it. I just can't see too many people at all have a jaw-dropping, eye-popping reaction to this fragrance and someone saying like, weak in the knees, oh my God, that kind of stuff, et cetera, et cetera. I just don't see that. This is more of a like clean-cut man toward the end of his career before he retires. All right. So that's the season, and that's the day and the night. The event is, I think for me, it's more if you like something that's uplifting and refreshing, I could see this as an informal or a formal, so it's fine when it comes to the actual versatility of the fragrance. I think it's going to be more for age. So speaking of, let's do age. This one is, I'm going to say, don't look at me like that. I'm going to say 50 and up on this fragrance. And I actually kind of find it unisex. Not too many people did, but I saw in the Fragrantica, a woman left a comment saying that she actually takes it from her husband's collection and she likes it. And to wear. I definitely see this as unisex, and that's why I'm not really sold on the name. So I actually think that this one is a 50 and up, and I'm going to say like I'm going to go 66-34 on the breakdown. 66% of the people who actually own it, who they went out and bought it, it's their signature scent. 66% will be men, but a whopping 34%, slightly over a third actually, will be a woman. A woman could easily pull this off. I mean, come on. Pear, pineapple, iris, even the leather and patchouli is perfectly fine. This is definitely powdery and soft. And for all of these reasons, when it comes to the rating, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. Sacrilegious for some, I know. But here's the thing. Keep in mind that 1 and 2s out of 5 are no, absolutely not. 4 and 5s are yes, I would want them in my collection, and then 3 is a middle ground, and it kind of depends. This is a 3 out of 5 for me. Now, I would have it in my collection, but only if I found it at a really, clearance rack price, or if somebody traded it, or if they gave it to me. I wouldn't, give it away or something. I like it. It's a like. It's just not incredibly memorable to me. It is safe. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. And here's the reason why I didn't bump it up to 4, because I love Nathalie Lorson. I love Givenchy, and I feel bad that I'm giving it a 3. I was tempted to go 4, but I can't even really go 4 on a woman's skin either. There's just so many fragrances out there that in good faith, I would tell you that if I bought a fragrance for a woman, there'd be a lot more options before this one. So unfortunately, it was nice. It was fun to wear. It's just kind of a one and done for me. I don't want to say a full-on pass. It's certainly not a scrubber, but it's just not anything that I positively loved. This is a 3 out of 5, and these will be faux sprays because we are long gone. And it is the 2017 reinterpretation. And here's the other reason why I wanted to go 3. If you notice, since 2017, they put out another reinterpretation of the original, which is called Gentleman, again, M-A-N, Original 2024, which in my limited understanding of the notes and what I read is it's pretty much in line with the original, or at least much more in line with the 1974 release. So it might be their kind of way to tell us, hey, sorry, we dropped the ball in the 2017 one. Some said it's been discontinued, some did not, said it has not been. Either way, I don't see this one making it on their website too much longer. Not a dud, but just a pass. 3 out of 5 faux sprays. Again, I've got Insurrection Wild 2 that I'm rocking today. Let me know your scent of the day and scents of the week. And here we go. Boom. Boom. And go Hawks. Boom. Gentleman. M-A-N. By Givenchy. I've never, ever, ever had a full-on dud from that house. And it was fun. Thank you very much, Dr. Goo, for sending this one in. I really appreciate all the samples that you have sent in. In the upcoming weeks, I have a lot of fun ones coming up. I have full bottle review coming up, and then I also have more sent in by your man, Jerry. So I'm really looking forward to reviewing those. And again, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have the happiest of holidays. And always remember, my friends, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. You've seen the title and the description, so you know I am checking out none other than Gentleman, M-A-N, and I'll say why I'm exaggerating that pronunciation in just a second, by Givenchy. This is the 2017 reinterpretation of the 1974 classic, and I just dropped it. Okay.